so squish, such wow. Everybody, today's video is going to be trying out RealTechniques sponges. Everybody has been using these in place of the beauty blender. Wow, that's really dirty. Just because this little thing here is $20 and the RealTechniques original orange one is only $6, $8, I don't remember, but it's less. So I did buy the original orange one, the little purple one for under your eyes, and the new Miracle Diamond sponge. So I'm going to be doing half of my face with this and half of my face with this. I already know how the Beauty Blender feels on my face, so I feel like I can compare it without actually doing half Beauty Blender, half this. I'm more interested to see kind of like how this works and if I think this is even similar at all to the Beauty Blender. This is a dry Beauty Blender and this is a dry RealTechniques sponge. They are pretty similar in size. And this is them compared to wet. As you can see, the RealTechniques sponge actually grows to a lot bigger than the Beauty Blender. And actually, the squishiness is pretty much the same, but the Beauty Blender feels more dense, if that makes sense. Like, it's still squishy, but it feels denser than this, where this kind of feels like air. And like, you can see just how much this sponge grew. The one annoying thing I'll say right off the bat is that, you know, the Beauty Blender, you're supposed to kind of put it in the package that it came in to let it dry, and the RealTechniques sponge comes in like this packaging and it has cat hair on it, so I don't even want to put it in there. But unless you like kind of place it in there, I don't know where else you would store this so that it doesn't get dirty. So I'm going to be doing my foundation with this on this side, and I'll do my foundation with this one on this side. Now this is how big it is dry, and this is how big it is wet. Like, look at that size. I feel like I am going to be able to get my foundation blended out in like 5 pats. I'm gonna start off with the original orange one. I'm gonna just take my Sephora Ethereal Natural Finish Foundation in the shade Linen, and I'm going to drop this on the back of my hands. It's so sad using sponges because, like, look at how nice and clean this is. It's never gonna be that way again. Oh, it looks so dark on there, you can't even tell. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna drop it right onto this. Oh, that was a mistake. Hello. All right, so original RealTechniques. Don't touch that. That's not yours. I really shouldn't have done my lipstick first. I don't know why I did that. I do really like this pointed tip here because you can really get inside the crease of your nose. Is it weird that I'm gonna say that this is softer than the Beauty Blender? Like, is that a sin for me to say that? I feel like that's a sin for me to say that. Okay, what do you guys think? I think that did a pretty good job. I'm really impressed. This blended out super easy. Dare I say better than the Beauty Blender? This actually, I really like this. It's so soft. Okay, so immediately I'm thinking that this is awesome. Like, awesome. I really like it. It blends out super nice, super easy. It feels really soft on the skin. I'm very impressed. Next, I'm going in with the Miracle Diamond sponge. Again, so sad. This is gonna be so stained. Oh, that just like breaks my heart doing that. I feel like you almost have to use more product with this just because, like, in order to get it all over this sponge, you need to get product all over the sponge. Okay, I'm really finding that this is not packing on product the same as the orange one did. Like, do you see that? How this side is really full coverage and this side is like more of a medium sheer coverage. Maybe I'm just not using enough foundation, so let's put on a little bit more. But I feel like I'm using so much more foundation on this side. Okay, so now that we are done with foundation and I am just heartbroken about how awful that looks, I'm gonna say that this one blended out the foundation so much easier. It's a lot softer. You can't really tell, but it's a lot softer. And also this one I feel like I can wash out. It's an orange color, so it doesn't show my foundation as much, where this one, like, that's gonna look super dirty forever. So I'm gonna say this one is a win. Next we're moving on to the little purple ones. Little purple ones, hello. This is the size difference between the two. It does grow in size quite a bit. So I'm just going to, oh my God. I looked down at the products I'm using and I realized I have primer and I completely forgot to put it on. It's not good. What are you doing? Anyway, I'm going in with my Maybelline Instant Age Wine Concealer. Oh my God, the cat pooped. Like, are you serious? So I'm just going to put this on and I'm going to use a highlighting concealer over top of it. So now let's go in with this little guy. Do you hear that? It's making the weirdest noise. In the camera it looks okay, but in the mirror it looks kind of patchy. I'm gonna go in with my highlighting concealer, which is the Tarte Shape Tape, and just see if maybe it's the foundation that's blending out a little weird. This is a good look, right? All right, and let's go back in with this little guy. Okay, I'm already noticing that, like, I think that I would prefer to just blend with the tip of the original Real Techniques sponge. Hello. Oh, I love this concealer. That's why I feel like no matter what, I'm gonna use a clean edge now. I feel like no matter what sponge I use, this concealer is just always gonna look so good. This is actually like picking up product and moving it around. I am not feeling this right now, to be honest. Like, do you see that? See how I pick it up and like the product kind of takes off of there, like it comes off. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. I just feel like this is not blending it out right. Like, it's also making it look really dry. Okay, now that we are all blended out, I'm gonna give my final verdict, and I'm gonna say that this sponge is completely worth it. If you don't have money for a beauty blender, or even just want another sponge, or even just like this better, like, I don't know, this is awesome. I really like this one. This one I'm not as crazy about. Like, it's cool and all, but I think if I'm gonna repurchase the sponge once these go bad, I'm just gonna get the orange one. I didn't feel like this was entirely worth it. And this one just, I don't know, it dried out my concealer. It made it blend out super weird. I don't know, I look kind of like a ghost on camera now too. Like, I don't know what it did, but it did a weird thing that I was not a fan of. That's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what else I should review for you guys and show how it works on camera. I'd love to talk with you guys about some of this stuff, so comment down below what you think of Real Techniques sponges. Okay, one last thing. So I just went and I cleaned my sponges because I clean them usually every time after I use them. Otherwise, they get real nasty, and that's how you break out. Let me just remind you, what I said. This is gonna be so stained. Oh, that just like breaks my heart doing that. That's gonna look super dirty forever. But look. And the most surprising one. What? I use the Beauty Blender Solid Cleanser, which I just got recently, and holy moly mother of God. Look at this thing. That is amazing. So I'm gonna say, if you're gonna spend your money on anything, gonna recommend the Real Techniques sponge. Obviously a lot cheaper than the Beauty Blender, but if you are gonna spend your money on something a little more expensive, you should definitely get the Beauty Blender Solid Cleanser, because, like, damn girl, damn. And if you don't wanna miss another video, please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for being here.